All right, so IB, thank you so much for the $9.99. Here,
Cursing money.
cursing money. Yeah, I need to have a cursing jar. I really do. That's what my
I think
wife
they were
said.
paying you because you're going to get demonetized.
Yeah.
I'm already there. I'm just counting on it. Like ever since I started doing these live streams, like I'm just accepting I'm going to be demonetized. It is what it is. All right. Let me get into what Owens had to say. When judges played doctor, all right, I had to contain my anger when I was reading this. Because look, here's a young lady. By the way, I've been thinking she was 29 years old this entire time. She's actually 34 years old.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Oh, I've been very kind in my analysis of Laura. And I was really hoping that she would take this opportunity to reverse course and find some peace, maybe go up to the mountains for like a month or 2 or 6 and find herself, get onto some peyote, maybe do some mushrooms, maybe do some ayahuasca, rediscover herself, realign her thinking. But she's tripling down, which is sad because it means that she is a prisoner of this narrative and she just can't get over it. And unfortunately for her, she's caged by her own impulses. But this is what she says. On June 18th, I'll share my screen. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Share screen when judges play doctor.
My issue with this is like a little further down because it's with her depression claim. So I'm gonna just hide my screen real quick while I go grab something and I'll be back.
Yeah, go for it. I will I guess proceed with this.
Yeah, just hide the super chat.
Oh, my bad on that. I keep on clicking on the wrong thing. Okay, so on June 18th, the court ruled that a pregnant woman cannot be considered pregnant unless she agrees she is. That's not what happened, Laura. Apparently, in a twist of medical and judicial logic, I feel like this is AI generated. This sounds like AI.
Some people think that Dingus or David Gingras wrote this for her to post because of some of the terminology, or she's taking things that he's either used in his own blog posts or filings and is copying and pasting them in.
That might be. I've had that suspicion with her for some time, but wherever this comes from, she's posted this under her name. So, despite medical evidence and a 99.9% certainty from an OBGYN who has delivered more than 22,000 babies that I was pregnant, Judge Amata chose to believe the 0.1% chance that my multiple positive pregnancy tests were due to something other than pregnancy, which is a mischaracterization of how the evidence played out. Judge Amata believed the other expert, which said that, yeah, based on what I've seen, I can't confirm a pregnancy here above 95%, which is the legal standard in an Arizona petition for paternity, which is what she brought.
Right.
And so she's misstating that part of it. The ruling came just hours. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'd say both her attorney, and Dr. Medchill are trying to logically link that a 99% detection rate for HCG is also a 99.9% confirmation that a pregnancy is there.
Yeah,
but
which is a
you can't do that.
Conclusion. It's just not how that works. It's like, it's if you could identify that there's multiple reasons for elevated HCG, then you need further tests to confirm a pregnancy. That's why they say on those pregnancy tests, hey, if you test positive, go to the doctors right away to confirm officially that you were pregnant. And then they will take a series of HCG tests or just a blood test or just do a straight up ultrasound. Oh, yeah, look, there it is. There's the little bugger. And they'll give you a little Polaroid picture of it or whatever, a little printout, and you can put it on the fridge and start thinking about names. But that's not what happened here in this case. There is people that believe that these are veiled threats against her exes in this case.
I mean, it's not so veiled when she says she's going to report Clayton for coercion and fraud.
Oh, yeah. I mean, good luck with that. Coercion and fraud for
That's
what?
That's not what that means.
You had a whole trial to present your case, and he had the same opportunity. He went and he prevailed. That is all that happened. I got to get to some of these super chats before I forget. All right, Kayla Niece says, I joined the live late, so forgive me if this was already answered, but what are the chances she gets an appeal? 0. You did come in late, but we talked for like an hour about how, yeah, that's not effing happening. There's no chance. There's not appealable grounds that I've been able to identify, in my professional opinion. Taz, thank you so much, says, hoping you could help Mike out. He suffered the most. I don't know if he suffered the most because Gillespie has also suffered a lot. Eckert has suffered a lot. And I'm not like picking favorites here. I think that what Laura has perpetrated in this pattern of behavior is really hard for men to know exists as a thing. Anybody could get themselves involved with a woman and have her behave this way. Hey, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. Oh yeah, well that's too bad because I am pregnant and I'm keeping it. You find yourself little Kelly Kapoor, and next thing you know, you're strung along and going through all of this stuff, and it's terrifying that it's gotten to this level. It's terrifying that we've had 3 cases of litigation involving this woman, involving a similar pattern of behavior, and for those reasons, I don't want to say anybody suffered the most. It just doesn't matter. They've all suffered in appropriate amounts that is deserving of attention. Is what it is. Ileana Watch with the 5 says, Judge used Google to research an aspect of the case dealing with snake behavior. Snake behavior describes this also perfectly. Yeah, even if that were the case, if it was something stupid like that, I can't see it invalidating or being an appealable issue. Google searches aside, it is a tool that is used. What about the fact that a lot of these pleadings appear to have been written by AI? Should we invalidate pleadings because we've used outside assistance in the compilation of legal arguments? I don't know.
There's nothing that says it, like, if I was to give, most pro se litigants are given by the graciousness of the court all of the books for here's your civil rules of procedure, here, or your criminal rules of procedure. These are all the things you have to abide by for being pro se, and
Yep.
I want those back at the end of the trial. So you have the ability to look and understand all of that knowledge. And whether it's computer based or not, it doesn't matter. You're going to be putting your arguments to paper. And whether it's good or not is the risk that you run being pro se.
I agree with that. And also, good luck absorbing all of that information. You're going to need some help. Every attorney that's ever lived has to look it up before they put it down on paper. It's just how it is. Sarcasm again with the 5. She says, imagine the poor men in jail who may be able to hide, but not run. Yeah, and then if they are... Look, I've heard my clients and their experiences when they're convicted of certain crimes. Imagine being convicted of like a grape falsely, and the ramifications that come with that as it pertains to the prison population. It is not a fun place to be. Your life is literally and figuratively in peril. Physically, it's not a safe space.